Okay, guys, we're 1 minute late. I'm sorry. They say you shouldn't be late. You should be right on time, and I always try to be. But actually, my daughter's here running the camera. Is it working, Christina? Okay, good. Good, good, good. Hey, Olympic time. I've been watching the Olympics. It's amazing. These 17-year-olds are getting gold. That's fantastic. It really, really is. And I'm so proud of it. Now remember, the Olympics started with the Greeks. What can I tell you? In the background. Well, it's very appropriate, you know. This is the Olympic season and Winter Olympics, and we Greeks, as I said, got it started. Kind of proud of that, and we are very proud of America and all the gals and guys that went there to compete. I'm amazed every time, especially the figure skating is absolutely phenomenal, and I love that. I think it's on tonight later on too. So. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate that, as we do every week. And it is Valentine's Day tomorrow, and since I'm not going to see you tomorrow, be able to play for you, I just thought this evening we kind of reminisce a little bit. And I'm going to have Cheryl come on a little bit later, because our daughter Christina is running. She's here from Nashville, Tennessee, and you've heard about our daughter Christina. We have two daughters, Christina and Cherie. Christina is a musician, and she's written music. Remember the one I played for you last week? She wrote that. It was called Winter in A minor, because it's A minor. And she's producing shows, HCTV, and doing some great things. I'm really very proud of her. And she and I, she's here now in Branson, because we're working together, writing some music to be able to play again some symphony. As you remember, was it last Friday? Time's going so quickly, that we performed with the Springfield Symphony. Christina was actually there to conduct. She conducted her piece, Triumphant, 1948. It was an Israeli dedication, as we did in Carnegie Hall, New York City. So we're excited about having family join me in these wonderful events. But right now, you and I are together, and I want to wish you a happy Valentine. And Cheryl and I truly, truly love you. We have some really faithful people that watch every week, and then some new people. Oh, by the way, if you're new, my name is Dino Kartsonakis. My real name is Dino Kartsonakis. Now that's Greek for sure. Costantino, they take the Dino from, and sometimes you think I'm Italian because of Dino, but it's kind of close, Italian, Greeks, but I'm proud to be a Greek for sure. I was kind of thinking today about some precious people out there that are watching, some sweet ladies and men that are watching that have lost their loved ones. And I know during this time, being Valentine's, you think of them, and you think perhaps how you first met, and we're gonna share that a bit later, how Cheryl and I met. I think you'll find that interesting. It's a lot of fun to tell the story. But if you're out there and you feel alone, not loved, you know, I think this is a time where people can get depressed because they wish their loved ones were here, but you don't need to. Tonight, I want you to just be with me and Cheryl in our wonderful house here, our wonderful piano. And let me just play something for you. for you. You know, your loved one, your husband, for instance, that you had for a while in your life, even though he's not with us, you know his love is still with you. And there's a song right here that's very appropriate. We love you all. Another old one, love song that we've heard for most of our lives. And write in, kind of let me know if you're out there, and share some of your memories with your spouse in the past, or even right now. You guys may be together, which is a wonderful thing, enjoying your Valentines together. Well, I'm going to have Cheryl come on. You don't see her that often because she's behind the camera and she's taking the video as I'm playing and talking. But Cheryl, come on over here, please. Sit right here. This is Cheryl.
Hi, thank you.
Hi. Happy Valentine.
Happy Valentine's to you.
Night before.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
That's right.
We're kind of used to those things with concerts and all of
Yeah.
that. We have spent lots of times the day before.
But
or
we're
the
always
day
together.
after. We're always together.
Valentine every day.
Yes.
Right?
No.
That's for sure.
Happiness every day, though.
Happiness every day.
Yes.
For sure.
And love.
Nice to have Christina here.
It is so wonderful. She's over there doing a great job, I know.
Anybody talking to us, Christina?
Yes, as a matter of fact, when you were playing the last song, this woman, I think her name was Debbie Payne, wrote in and said she had lost her husband 48 years ago.
Oh,
right before you said that about losing your husband, so that was
wow.
perfect timing.
What's her name?
Debbie Payne.
Hey, Debbie. Debbie.
Hi, honey. How are you?
That's a long time ago, but it doesn't seem that long, though, if you lost your loved one, right?
It seems like a very long time, I'm sure, for her to be alone, but such a wonderful short time for your memories to be recalled and for you to have such a great...
And especially as a Christian, we know we're going to see him.
Absolutely.
We were talking about that the other night, about time.
We were, weren't we?
About, God's time is,
There
a
is
million years is like a day, or...
like a day.
Yeah.
A day
So-
is as 1,000 years.
Days is 1,000 years.
And when we think about it, 1,000 years, oh my goodness, that's how many lifetimes. But to him, it's just getting started for
It really
us.
is.
We're like what does the Bible say? It says we're like a blade of grass that springs up in the morning and withers at night. And that's a lifetime.
Yeah.
But to us, it's all, when this flesh is alive, it's all so interesting how we have our kids and our...
Okay, let's back up
Okay, we're going to go
before the
back.
kids.
Okay.
Because I told, it's a long story, but we're going to keep it kind of short because we only have like 20, 25 minutes.
Okay, then you better tell.
Well, no. But, so I'm playing this concert. It was at PTL, Jim and Tammy Baker back then. And I was playing songs. Actually, I was performing some big concert, and I noticed in the audience that there's this beautiful lady sitting there. This is how many years ago?
Well,
35,
no.
40 years. How long were we married? Seems like forever.
31, and we're going on 32, and that's a long time.
Well, I saw this. Well, you're still beautiful, but you're stunning. I saw you out there, and I said, I'd like to meet that lady. So I played my heart out, was playing love songs and everything. And sure enough, after the concert, there was a reception that Tammy Faye put on.
Yes.
I was premiering an album.
That's right.
Actually.
Yes, you were.
And there's a lot of people there, and I was hoping somehow I can find Cheryl. But anyway, you came up to me,
did.
You did, and you congratulated me on the performance, and
I said
and
how wonderful it was, and I thank you. It was my first time to get to be there.
and I asked what your name was, and
Yes.
and where you live, a small talk thing,
Right.
and you said you thought I'm in college because you were going to Christ for the Nations, right?
Yes, yes.
And I said, you know what? I just so happened to have a residence there because I was living in Nashville and Dallas, Texas. I said, someday we need to do lunch, just like that.
And I thought, oh, brother. What a cliche.
Let's do lunch, right?
Right. And I wondered if you were like for real, but you seemed like you were.
Well, yeah,
You know.
I meant it,
But you were an entertainer, and
because
I
I wanted
wasn't
to get
sure.
there, and I was single, and I
Even
was.
though you were a Christian.
Yeah. So, okay, so this is
So
this is
what
what happened.
happened?
I forgot to get your telephone number. I mean, I was so enthralled with your beauty and you being there and everything that I did not
It was a
get your
big
telephone
night.
number. I mean, that was so stupid. I go home the next day, Nashville, Tennessee, and Linda Hilliard was our assistant at the time.
Right, yours.
Yeah, my assistant.
Yes.
And I said, Linda, I met this beautiful lady, and I did get your name. It was Cheryl McSpadden.
That's right.
And Linda said, you mean Gary McSpadden's sister? I suppose so, yeah. She said, oh, she's gorgeous. You guys make a great couple. I said, but you don't understand. I did not get her telephone number. I don't know how to contact her. So I said to Linda, Linda, would you please find her number? So, and do me a favor, would you call her and see if she'd go out with me next time I'm in Dallas?
Well, it so happened that
Well, first let me say, I cannot take rejection. That's why I didn't call. Linda called you, right?
Right, we went to church together in Nashville.
in
Yeah.
Christchurch.
Yes, at Christchurch in Nashville. And she had to call Gary
Yeah.
or Carol, whichever she got, and ask them for my number. And then she called me and said, Dino would like to call you to ask you out. And I
What did you
laughed.
think?
I thought, how cute is that? And I said, what's he like, Linda? She said, oh, he is the sweetest thing
Did she say that?
that you'll ever meet, and you're gonna love him. And I didn't know she truly meant it, but it was truth.
Well, I called. Did I call right away?
5 minutes later.
5 minutes later, I called Cheryl,
thought it
and
was
we
so
got on the
cute.
phone. We talked for about an hour.
We did.
We talked about backgrounds. You were raised in somebody had got our Pentecostal background. I was too, and we had a lot in common. It was
Yes, we
great.
did.
I'm very, very happy. I said, well, we need to go out sometime. Would you mind? I said, would you come with me on a date? And you said, yeah, okay.
I said, I'm in school here, and I could use some adult conversation.
Okay.
Because I was a little bit older
Well, you were an
than
adult
the
than
others.
the kids.
I was.
The kids, yeah.
And you said, well, that'd be wonderful.
So I'm fast forwarding.
Yes.
I'm in Dallas. Cheryl's there. I take her to this wonderful restaurant. It was at a Fairmont Hotel in Dallas.
It's gorgeous.
Beautiful. And they had a room called the Pyramid Room with the strolling violinists and all that. And so I tell them what happened that night.
Mm-hmm.
Our first date. Can't believe I'm telling you guys this. But
It was interesting.
we sat. It was a very romantic atmosphere.
Oh, it was.
And we sat to eat, and about 10 minutes into our being at the table, Cheryl says, would you please excuse me? And I said, sure. And I pulled my chair out, I pulled her chair out, and I assumed she went to the restroom. And sure enough, that's where she was going. And you didn't come back for so long. I was really concerned. Got kidnapped or something. Finally, you come back, and, we just proceeded to have our appetizer, and then the main course came, and right at the main course, you said, would you please excuse me again? I have to go to the So you get up, went to the restroom, then she comes back the second time, and I said, Cheryl, she said, and I said, Cheryl, would you please level with me? Are you having a kidney problem? Do you have a kidney problem?
He didn't ask a common question. He asked a crazy question.
And tell him what you said, though.
And I said, no. I said, actually, I have a terrible cold. And I was told by my mother all my life, never blow your nose at the table.
Can you believe that?
Always go out of the room and take
Yeah.
care of it. And so I said, So I went to the ladies' room all the way down there.
Way the other end of the hotel. Yeah,
Below
the
my
lobby.
nose. And it was so funny. Of course, things were a little more stiff and proper back then. And so when I came back and he started laughing, and I did too. And we've been laughing ever since. We've had a great, wonderful life together.
It's been amazing.
And yes.
Two wonderful daughters.
Yes, we do.
We've been practically all over the world traveling in ministry.
Oh,
and
the Lord
concerts.
has opened so many doors
It's been amazing.
that we could go through.
It's been absolutely amazing.
It's wonderful.
Well, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow, and Cheryl, I need to play something for you. So you can listen if you want. She doesn't know what it is. And I don't think I know either, but it's coming. Well, here it is. Now let's sing to the folks that are listening. They are so beautiful to us.
You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see everything that I need?
Ooh, Daddy to me.
You are so beautiful to me.
And you know the folks that have been watching week after week. And Christina, how are we doing? Are people still there listening?
Sure are.
Are they really? I don't know, because they may be watching the Olympics. But we're getting
They're here.
Well, I know we
the
had
piano Olympics,
so
right?
many friends.
anything that's interesting, Christina?
They thank you for sharing your love story.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
sweet.
Very
nice.
sweet.
Love story. Wasn't that a theme?
It was. Play it.
Yes.
There you go.
It's a pretty theme. That was another one movie years ago.
Yes.
Well, you share your love story with us too. We'd be interested if you
Yes,
could just
we would.
give us a
We'd
little
love to
bit
hear
of the
from you.
background. You know, I was talking about just a second ago before I thought that theme, the love story theme. You know that we live here in Branson, Missouri, and we entertain here not as often as we used to.
No.
You know, we used to entertain year round, but now we do just certain events like we did with the symphony last weekend that I shared with you. It was an amazing night.
Oh,
That was an amazing night,
It
wasn't
was
it?
wonderful.
Yeah, it
Wonderful.
was beautiful.
It was
And
blessed.
I'm going to put some of those photographs on my Facebook. You can see photographs of Cheryl and I, me performing with the symphony behind us. It was just an elegant night.
It was also a great memory to a great friend.
Yes, that's true.
So we
Judy Herbster.
are
Yeah.
thankful to the Lord to be a part of that.
Yeah. So, as you know, we also. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that, you know, we knew Judy for like,
Tell the folks what it was for. You know, it was
it was a memorial for
Judy Herbster, who
She
passed
was
away.
the CEO, president of a wonderful company, the Conklin Company, and our son-in-law just happens to be the executive vice president, Steve Bonar,
Yeah.
of that company up in Kansas City. And her husband just put together the most outstanding, through Steve,
Amazing night.
amazing night.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, it was $1 million night. Yeah, I mean, it was fantastic.
Absolutely
And
awesome.
a DVD is coming out on it, and
Yes.
people already have said, you know, be sure to
Yes.
set one aside. It'll take 60 to 90 days. So again, if you're interested in getting the DVD, just, you know, give us your name, and we'll somehow tell you how to get the DVD later. But okay, so we do entertain here. We also have our bakery here,
Bakery,
24 Carrot Cake Company. That's 24 Karrot Carrot Cake Company, based on my recipe of a carrot cake, right?
Yes. And if you saw the opener at 7, you saw Dino eating a delicious cake.
I made a new one tonight
Yes, and we
with angel food. Oh,
Yes,
it's a
and-
beautiful cake with
such
all
fresh
kinds of
fruit
fruit and stuff.
all that. But we also had
Actually, they can see the recipe on my page. I put it on
that's
there.
true. That's
yeah,
true. And we had carrot cake today
we did.
from our bakery,
You did?
which was good.
Well, we moved from the landing. We used to be right here at the landing. We live here on the landing in Branson, Missouri, and we moved right up the street on Main Street, 104 East Main Street,
Yeah.
and we leased the bottom part for the cafe. And it just so happens they had a second floor to that, and I thought, because we're outsourcing our cakes to be made, we had some great bakers that were making them,
Right.
so we didn't make them in-house, but we
Well, we did prior to.
at the very beginning.
Yes.
But now we have the building, and we have a second floor right now that's vacant, that we just signed to lease. It was practically given to us.
Yes.
It was really a God thing. So I want to
Wonderful.
bring the baking back in-house, and you know, I shared this about 2 weeks ago
That's
with our
right.
friends here, and I was telling them I'm looking for some ovens, not ovens, we're calling them,
Well,
what do
they
you call
are baking ovens.
baking ovens.
And also
Mixers, yeah, we need the supplies for it. And
some tables.
so, you know, I mentioned that we have to take it step by step because of the finances. You know how it goes when you
Sure.
we start a whole different part of your company again, you're
Yes.
expanding. So, just by mentioning that, a gentleman in Dallas, Texas, John Willison,
Yes.
who's an amazing man.
Yes, he
He's a
is.
pilot of a plane,
Good
and
Christian man.
he's a great Christian man. He said, he wrote us like talking like this. He said, "I'm going to send you $500 for an oven or whatever you need for the counters or whatever for the baking, because we also want to do a gluten free. It's
Yes,
got to be
we
a
do.
separate room
And a
altogether.
sugar-free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and sugar free.
Sugar-free if we
Yeah,
can.
a lot of folks out there need sugar free, gluten free.
Yes.
So just by mentioning that, this is how God works, isn't
He's
it?
so wonderful.
John Willison sent us a check for $500, and we were so blessed. And then
Goodness
John
gracious.
Willison, if you're watching, because of what you did, you sowed seed into this. Someone else sent us a check for $300
Yes.
with a nice letter right here, and it's so sweet. I mean,
lovely.
awesome. It says, "My heart was blessed with your music. Thank you for that so much." And then she says, "I want to help you also to get the equipment and what have you." So
Yeah.
she sent us $300.
I know, and she's been a fan for
Thank
a
you.
long
It's just
time
amazing.
of yours.
And then again, just the other day, someone sent us $50. Look, it's right here with a nice note.
And
So it's just
you never
the
asked
Lord
for
supplying.
that, but the Lord does
No.
supply your needs as well as our needs
Yes.
according to His riches in
And we know
Christ
what it
Jesus.
means
So-
to plant seed.
Oh,
into-
yes, we do.
And our company is a ministry.
we
There's no
love
two ways
planting,
about it.
don't we?
Well, we love to plant, yes. And so the Lord just planted these thoughts in these people that are watching in their hearts and said, I want to help you in any way. What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to put up a little plaque upstairs and put the names of those that helped us.
That's a
With the-
wonderful thing.
Isn't that a great idea?
Yes, it is, because
And we're going to
the Lord-
dedicate that
Lord-
room or that
That
kitchen to
kitchen
that.
area,
Yeah.
bakery.
Because we
That-
need sinks yet, we need more stoves and
We
what
do.
have you. Yeah.
But the Lord will get glory for it every
Yes.
time someone sees your name, that name
Right.
that has sent something to
Right.
share, and
Yeah.
He'll bless you for
Wow,
it.
thank you so
Voice
much, you
us.
guys, for being so sweet.
John Willison is on, and he just said he loves you too.
We
What
love
oh,
you
really?
He
as
said,
well,
I have
John
been
Lewis."
rewarded many times over. He said he loves you too.
Oh, that's great. You mean ever since he gave us the money, he's been
Bless
rewarded?
them.
Isn't that sweet? That's great.
It
I love
is.
that. We
It
love you
is.
guys. So we keep saying that. It's the
Yeah,
truth.
but it is true.
And I was just, before we came on, I was telling Christina, I said, can you believe I'm about to get on Facebook and we're going to be in front of not hundreds, but thousands of people.
That's right.
From all over the world.
Yes.
People watch. Not only right now, but they throughout the whole week they keep going back and watching. And please share this with your friends and tell them to watch, because we like to just sing and play. Matter of fact, I need to play more music. What do you think, Cheryl?
I think that would be an awesome thing. I just want to say one thing. You know, we're going to be seen by so many people, but the Bible says that every eye will see Jesus coming when he comes
That's
in the
gonna be
air.
amazing, yeah.
And what love we will know
Oh,
then.
wow.
This
Greatest
is-
love ever.
Yes, this is wonderful.
Yeah.
But then we will know what love
Yeah.
is meant to be.
You know, I was watching the news today, and there's so much talk now with Congress and what have you, and the president about
Yes.
North Korea, and how we need to be very wise, you know, in our dealings with them, because we don't know what they're thinking, what they're planning, and we're just praying that it'll be revealed to the United States of America, or to the world, what is
Yes.
going on in North Korea, so we're prepared to be able to protect ourselves. But hearing about wars and rumors of wars, I mean, does that sound familiar?
Yes.
I mean, really.
I love
Right.
you,
Love you too.
and I love
Yeah.
you too.
And I'll see you in a little while.
Okay.
Don't leave.
Thank you.
All right. Before we leave you, let me play something for you. I get lots of requests all the time from you guys, but still the number one request I receive is this. To God be the glory, just for everything that He's done for us. I play that with all my heart. To God be the glory. Ah, that's great. And every time you request it, I'm going to play it. I'll just get playing the songs that you want to hear. Hey, let me just leave you with this. I don't know. Did you watch on Facebook? You know, Mark Lowry was here in Branson. I believe it was last year, and I performed for some event, and Mark was in town doing his show, and I asked Mark that morning. I said, "Would you do me a favor and just do kind of a walk on on stage, and people are going to go nuts. I'm telling you, they're going to love it." So you got to watch it. It's on Facebook. I think 500,000 people already saw it. And I want you to, if you want a little bit of laughter in your life, you need some happiness, you need to watch and see what happened that night when Mark walked on stage and shocked everybody with what he wore, and also he and I played the piano. It's a hoot. It really is. And of course, Mark is a hoot. So be sure to watch that, and it'll put a little laughter in your heart. And you know, we should be the happiest people in the world. That's the truth. So before we go, Christina, anything on there that would be interesting?
Just lots of love, and a lot of people saying that they saw the video with you and Mark Lowry.
Oh, they did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And what show, Christina, did you say that you're working on in Nashville?
Flip or Flop on HGTV.
Oh, Flip or Flop. That's a very popular show. Mm-hmm. That's great. So when is it on Thursday?
Thursday nights at 9.
So this Thursday. So you're like co-producer,
Associate producer.
That's great. Awesome. I'd like to do one of those shows here in Ranson. That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it?
Would.
Sure. Okay, thank you so much once again for watching, and I'll see you next week, same time, same station, right here. And again, share this with your friends and have them watch, and come next week, I'll be here live once again, playing some music for you and just talking and having some fun, getting up to date as to what's going on in our lives. So let me play this before we go. And I'm going to end with this.